The Bold and the Beautiful recap for Tuesday, July 15th, reveals that Liam Spencer signed a waiver for a wild surgery, while Taylor Hayes requested a wedding date. Taylor spoke with Donna Logan at the Forrester house the prospect of Brooke Logan accompanying Ridge and Eric Forrester on their trip to Italy. Donna questioned how Taylor would react to that, so Taylor insisted on trusting Ridge and mentioned that Nick Marone might also be present. On Tuesday's B&B episode, Eric persuaded Brooke to go on a business trip to capitalize on her popularity there. Once Brooke had left the CEO's office, Eric emphasized the magic of Italy and encouraged Ridge to fully appreciate everything Italy had to offer with Brooke. Taylor felt like she was interrupting something when she stepped in the doorway, but Eric downplayed the situation before leaving. Taylor had one request before Ridge left town: to establish a wedding date. Nick went to the design office to check on Brooke after hearing about the shooting incident. When the subject turned to Brooke's trip to Italy, Nick inquired as to what she was up to and refused to let her go down this route again with Ridge. Brooke explained that it was for business, but Nick wasn't convinced and eventually pushed her to fly to Italy with him instead. Brooke smiled and appeared interested in Nick's offer when he used his charm. Bill Spencer expressed regret for releasing Luna from prison in Liam's hospital room, but Liam insisted it was over and Luna was no longer alive. The conversation shifted to Liam's brain tumor and Bill's determination to do everything in his power to help him. Following his near-death experience, Liam knew he wasn't ready to die and needed to fight. Grace Buckingham eavesdropped on Bill and ultimately brought him out of the room to speak alone. After admitting that there was some hope, Grace stated that her colleague had created a treatment that was still in its early phases. It could be Liam's only chance, so Bill was willing to sign any waivers and pay whatever it took. Grace cautioned that it could cost up to $1 million, but Bill said he would give her a freaking blank check if it meant saving Liam. Grace also stated that it couldn't be done at the hospital and emphasized the significance of keeping things quiet. Grace recommended that because Bill was on board, they should act quickly and bring Liam on board as well. When Bill came to Liam with updates, it didn't take much convincing because Liam was clearly open to a chance at life. Grace spoke with Liam next, and he questioned her because he had already been informed his tumor was inoperable. That was correct by current surgical norms, but Grace stated that her colleague was trying new things and suggesting an experimental surgery. Grace stated that she took the opportunity of contacting this colleague, who was already in the United States. The surgery may be arranged for tomorrow, but Grace stated that it could not be performed at the hospital. This was all kept quiet because full approval could take years, which Liam clearly didn't have. Bill begged Liam not to pass up this opportunity, so Liam stated that he wanted to live and that they should take it. Grace mentioned a surgical center that was open, so she could schedule the procedure for tomorrow. Grace gave out the paperwork, which presumably included the disclaimer and whatever else Liam needed to affirm, and he did sign it. Bill announced that tomorrow was the first day of the rest of Liam's life, as upbeat music played in the background. Despite the hazards, Bill and Liam hoped for positive news. According to The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, Bill will continue to support Liam as he goes through the next phase of this, so stay tuned. According to The Bold and the Beautiful teasers, Liam Spencer is awake and alive following emergency surgery to remove the bullet Luna Nozawa shot in him. But did Grace Buckingham save him solely so that the writers could kill Scott Clifton's character in another way? Keep reading to find out what's next for Bold and Beautiful. Liam wakes up. This week, soap viewers were on the edge of their seats, waiting to learn if Liam Spencer awoke after being wounded. Grace Buckingham and Bridget Forrester hastily raced around the operating room, saving Bill Spencer's son. Liam is currently stable and recovering from surgery, but how much longer does he have in the land of the living? Liam was fighting cancer before being shot by Luna Nozawa, and he discovered he had an incurable brain tumor. Despite Dr. John Finnegan's medical advice, Liam has declined to attend chemotherapy sessions because he does not want to spend his final days ill from the treatments. Liam Spencer's cancer battle. It appears counterproductive for the writers to go to such great measures to spare Liam Spencer from being shot, just to have him die a few months later from cancer. For a time now, B&B teasers have hinted that Liam will heal miraculously and overcome his fatal prognosis. TPTB just protected him from being shot, thus there appears to be some validity to those claims. Why save him only to kill him a few weeks later? Scott Clifton has remained tight-lipped about his situation on The Bold and the Beautiful, and no one from the show has acknowledged or disputed the actor's departure. Do you think Liam will stick around? Would you be sad to see Scott Clifton leave? Share your opinions in the comments section below. And don't forget to visit Celebrating the Soaps every day for bold and beautiful spoilers and updates. The Bold and the Beautiful recap is officially here for Tuesday, July 16, 2025. In today's episode, Liam Spencer makes a decision on the experimental treatment. Plus, Donna Logan Forrester and Taylor Hayes form a bond. Liam Spencer's recovery. Bill Spencer is sitting in Liam's hospital room, while Grace Buckingham examines him. Liam tells a joke about his father. The patient claims his father has not left the recliner in days. Bill refuses to go until he is completely recovered. Grace reminds Liam that he is extremely fortunate and has a lot left to live for. Liam understands without either of them having to say anything. No one feels luckier than Bill. He becomes emotional as he discusses it with Liam. The patient claims Luna Nozawa has left and the situation is now ended. Grace's eyes are fixed on Bill, who is filled with pride for his son. Bill wants to know why Liam kept the tumor a secret. It was not a punishment. He simply did not want his final moments with Bill to be spent in sadness. Liam felt he was prepared, but after being shot, he isn't. He wants to fight right now. Grace interrupts to talk to Bill quietly. Bill Spencer's persuasion. Grace and Bill discuss Liam's chances. Grace knows a method to save Liam. Grace brings up the treatment, but Bill knows nothing about it. Grace replies it isn't that simple. Bill claims that with his amount of money, things can be made simple. Bill will sign a blank check for whatever she requires. Now they must persuade Liam. She hadn't told him about the dangers yet. Grace asks Bill to persuade Liam to undergo the experimental treatment, and it must be done now. Bill discusses with Liam about the process. Grace expresses her confidence that this is the answer. Liam agrees to do it for his children. Grace has him sign documents and he can undergo surgery the next day. It will take place at another facility rather than the hospital in question. Oh Grace, you're devious. Liam signs the paperwork. Brooke Logan's Italian trip. Eric Forrester and Brooke Logan engage in conversation at Forrester Creations. Rich Forrester claims that Luna is no longer a threat. The trio discuss Liam's brain cancer. Brooke offers to be there for Liam and his kids. Eric has many out-of-town meetings. Does Brooke want to come along, he asks. It will only be the three of them. Brooke is looking forward to creating new memories in Italy. Taylor and Donna converse at home. They're talking about Naples. Taylor inquires as to if Brooke is going. Why don't you ask Brooke yourself, Taylor? Moving on. Donna discusses Brooke being the star of the show. Taylor wonders if Donna will still push her sister to go. Donna says yes. Brooke is extremely popular, particularly in Italy. Taylor keeps dragging it out. Donna asks her to stop. They are housemates. Taylor says she trusts Ridge and has heard Nick Marone is back in town. Nick meets up with Brooke and informs him of the shooting. Brooke tells him she's heading to Italy with Ridge and Eric. Nick sighs as he asks her what she is doing. Nick refuses to let her settle for Forrester leftovers. Nick needs to fly to Naples for business and wants Brooke to join him. Brooke will be quite busy. Nick understands, but he will find time for her. Nick claims he sincerely wants to spend time with her. Brooke grinned after softly kissing her hand. Eric and Ridge are discussing Nick. Eric discusses Ridge's love for Brooke. He denies it and Taylor bursts in, interrupting their discussion. Does this lady ever run her own business? Oh, I should have knocked. Am I interrupting anything? It's unclear how much of the chat Taylor heard, so come back tomorrow. The room was quiet save for the steady beep of the heart monitor. Liam sat on the edge of the hospital bed, his fingers quivering as he held the pen. The waiver in front of him was densely packed with medical language, but one word struck out in huge red letters. Experimental procedure, high risk of fatality. His doctor, Dr. Calloway, had detailed the hazards, including a 40% possibility that the surgery might fail, leaving him severely crippled or worse. But without it, his unique degenerative disease would kill him within a year. Liam inhaled sharply and scrawled his signature near the bottom. Taylor was searching over wedding sites on her laptop across town, her engagement ring glinting in the cafe lights. She and Liam had been together for 5 years, and while he had been hesitant to pick a date, Always maintaining they had plenty of time, she was fed up with waiting. Her phone vibrated with a text from Liam. Just signed the papers. Surgery is following week. Her stomach sank. She was aware of the risks. They'd been arguing about it for months, with Liam believing that this was his last shot and Taylor pleading with him to consider alternative possibilities. However, with the waiver signed, reality slammed her like a freight train. If this goes wrong, there may not be a wedding at all. She hurriedly texted back, trembling her fingers. Let's set a date before you go under. Marry me as soon as you get out. Liam glanced at the letter, his throat tightening. Was there hope? Fear? Perhaps both. He said. If I wake up, the first thing I'll do is put a ring on it. Promise. But as the days passed, none of them could shake the underlying concern. What if he didn't wake up? Weight of the waiver. Liam's illness, idiopathic neurodegenerative myopathy, was so uncommon that only a few cases existed worldwide. Traditional treatments had failed, and his muscles were degrading quickly. Dr. Calloway's experimental surgery included gene-editing injections directly into his spinal cord, a method that had yet to finish Phase 3 trials. Liam signed a waiver that mentioned possible side effects including as paralysis, brain damage, heart arrest, and death. His family begged him not to go ahead with it. His mother sobbed, "You're gambling with your life." But Liam was out of alternatives. "If I don't try this, I'm dead anyway," he'd replied bluntly. Taylor's ultimatum. Taylor had always been the planner in their relationship, with color-coded calendars, Pinterest boards, and a 5-year life plan. However, Liam's diagnosis had thrown everything into pandemonium. She'd waited patiently, supporting him through endless hospital visits, but now with the surgery approaching, she wanted something substantial to hang on to. "Set a date," she insisted the night before he signed the waiver. "If you're willing to put everything on the line for this procedure, you should do the same for us. Give me something to look forward to." Liam had paused. "What if?" "No what ifs," Taylor said, tears in her eyes. "Either we move forward together, or we stop pretending." The night before surgery, Liam lay awake staring at the ceiling. The waiver's wording frightened him. Patient acknowledges the possibility of irreversible consequences. Taylor slept next to him, grasping his hand as if she was terrified he would disappear in the night. He took out his phone and opened his notes app, composing a message he prayed she would never see. "Taylor, if this goes wrong, I know that my main regret is not marrying you sooner. I love you constantly. Liam." He saved it as a draft and put his phone away. Surgery day, rolling the dice. The surgery room was frigid and sterile. As the anesthesiologist gave the anesthetic, Liam's final thought was Taylor's voice pleading, "Just come back to me." Will he awaken? Will Taylor get her wedding date, or a funeral to plan? The odds were against him. However, love had never been about odds.